Plutarch said, "Character is simply habit long continued." Hello, dear students. I'm Miss Lindley, and this is Plutarch. Welcome to class. Today, we're going to continue with the retelling of the life of Nicias by Rosalie Kaufman, and I'm going to put some stuff up on the screen that I hope will help you follow along. Then Alcibiades persuaded the Athenians to join other Greek nations and undertake the Sicilian expedition. And this was considered very important because he told them it would open the way to Carthage and to all Africa. Such a glorious picture did he paint of the victories that awaited them that very few, either of the commons or the nobility, openly sided with Nicias, though many of the more sober-minded Athenians did so privately. Nicias worked for peace even after the decree for war was passed, but he worked in vain, and he was appointed to command with Lamachus and Alcibiades. The priests were opposed to the expedition, but Alcibiades had his own diviners who promised great glory for the Athenians in Sicily, and those who were sent to consult the oracle of Jupiter Ammon returned with the answer that the Athenians would surely capture the whole Syracusan nation. It is true that there were some unfavorable signs, but those who knew of them tried to conceal them, not thinking it worthwhile to object to an expedition that nearly all their countrymen were determined upon. One of these unfavorable signs was that during a certain night, all of the statues of Mercury had their heads cut off. This was the more remarkable because there was one in the gateway of each temple and before most of the private houses in Athens. Another bad omen was this: the golden statue of Pallas, which had been put up to celebrate the victory of the Athenians over the Medes, had been pecked at by crows for several days. There were other signs that made the cautious shake their heads when they thought of the splendid army fitted out at so great an expense and likely to come to grief. Socrates, the learned philosopher, said that the expedition would prove fatal to Greece, and he probably had reasons for his opinion grounded on a more important basis than bad omens. But Alcibiades and the majority of the Athenians would listen to no objections. And so the army started. Before anything had been accomplished, Alcibiades was called home to stand his trial, an account of which is given in his life. Lamachus was killed on the battlefield shortly after, and Nicias was left to command alone. And that's all there is for today. We'll end with our closing words. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled. Thanks.